Hello everyone, my name is Stephen Meade with Domicile Real Estate, and I'm standing out front of a mid-century modern ranch, mid-1950s, here in Anaheim, California. I'm not going to bury the lead. This home is a turnkey mid-century modern property here in Orange County, in Anaheim, priced well under $1 million. And if Anaheim is not on your list, it should be. There are a ton of homes just like this that were built in this area. It's close to freeways, and now it is also near downtown Anaheim, a real fun attraction with great food. Anyhow, let's get started. All right, so we're getting started. We're walking up, and already they've done something kind of cool in this home that I really like. And so one of the issues that you find a lot of times with mid-century modern properties is that they have these full-height windows that face the street, just like this one here. And there are a lot of solutions to this problem. You can do window coverings, you can do a lot of things, but what they've done here is they've created a courtyard space, and I'm gonna go ahead and take a look so you can kind of get an idea of what this space is like. They've created a space that's actually useful, and that really solves two problems, right? Extra outdoor space and solving the privacy issue. Let's go ahead and head inside. So when you walk in the front door, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you the truth on this home. This home is 1,053 square feet. It is 3-bedroom, 2-bath. That is not a large home, but this home is exceptionally well designed. So we're standing in a living room space right here. By the way, cool front door. I also think painting the ceilings back was an interesting choice on this house. A lot of times, you're gonna find people will keep this white to keep things light and bright. I'm gonna pan around to the living room because they've done something kind of cool. These homes were not built with fireplaces, but what they've done is created a fireplace wall on a focal point. I just kind of want to go here. We've got an open beam ceiling. Those are Celotex panels. So you've probably seen those in a lot of other mid-1950s homes. You've also got clear story windows up above and a main ridge beam that's visible. So you have a lot of the elements of design that I think you're looking for when you're looking for a mid-century modern home. We'll head out into the yard in a little bit. There's 6,100 square feet. I do want to talk about the dining area here, which is by the front door. Is it big? No. Is it the perfect size for a round table? I think so. And you've actually got a lot of storage space in this kitchen. They've done some nice touches. You'll notice down there we've got a water line for the refrigerator. We've got this peninsula here that's got a ton of storage on it. These are, of course, the ubiquitous white shaker cabinets. They've done black pulls. You have a lot of counter space in a kitchen of this size. You've got this area over here that can be used. You've got the area on the sink, and then you've got this very, very large peninsula area. And I think that really is important in a home of this size, is having that counter space. It's not always just the storage that people are looking for, it's the counter space. I'm gonna open up this closet here. It's got a water heater in this closet. I think if someone were to change this out to a tankless, you could convert this to a pantry storage and have even more space in here. We're looking back towards the front wall, and again, you see how much that glass really makes a difference in this home. I'm also gonna flip the camera around because there's something I wanna talk to you about. I was a little hesitant to do this, but I think I'm gonna do it because it's a fun story and I think you deserve to hear it. So let me go ahead, I'm gonna flip the camera around and tell you a little bit of a quick story. Okay, so it is story time. This is actually the home that was hated by architect Cliff May. And now, if you've heard that name Cliff May before, Cliff May is often called the father of the California ranch house. He developed these prefab homes that were built basically across the country. A huge neighborhood in Long Beach, right? The ranchos. You've probably heard us talk about Cliff May homes before, you're probably familiar. This is the home that Cliff May hated, but you're going to love. And the reason why that is Cliff May was the architect who basically proved out in court that house plans are copyrightable, right? That they are intellectual property. And it was because of a home exactly like this that he brought his suit. He was very successful building homes like the ranchos. And at that point, other people started to copy. So this is one of those homes that you could say is inspired by a Cliff May ranch, but it comes at a much more affordable price. In this case, $925,000. So kind of a fun little bit of history of housing here in Southern California. All right, let's continue with the tour. So this home is basically kind of long and narrow, and even though this is only 1,053 square feet, you actually get 2 bathrooms in here. And so you're going to see why this is such an efficient layout. So we're going to go into one of these bedrooms here. And one of the cool things I love about these bedrooms is that they still retain this full height glass. And I'm going to talk about the windows here just for a second. I think it is important to talk about the windows. These are vinyl replacement windows. And normally I'm not a fan of vinyl replacement windows. But I will tell you in this case, they kept the full height nature of these windows, and they generally kept the shape of the windows as well, which I think is really important. We've got a bathroom over here, which I think is super awesome. It's done with a tiled shower, so no fiberglass panels here. You've got a vanity, and honestly, it's a good size. By the way, the flooring throughout here is a LVP type flooring. I'm going to go in bedroom number 3, the other secondary bedroom. Again, we've got vaulted ceilings, full height glass. By the way, here's a hint. If you're ever looking at mid-century modern homes and you purchase one of the best things you can do is control the view out of the window. So in this case, I would actually probably grow vine up this wall to give you some greenery to look at outside of the window. Now I want to take you inside and kind of go through our primary suite. And so, is this a huge room? No, it's not. Will it hold a queen size bed and maybe a king? I think it will, and that really is a bit of a triumph on a home of this size. I'm going to pan around. You've got a beautiful view outside to the yard space. We'll take a look at that in a second. And then again, we do have an ensuite bathroom. So even in 1,053 square feet, we've got 3 bedrooms and 2 baths. And this bathroom is actually really a good size. We have a double vanity space. And again, we've got a fully tiled shower, no fiberglass inserts, huge rainwater head. So they've kind of done a lot of things in this home. This home also has air conditioning. The HVAC system has been upgraded. I'll open up that cabinet here and take a look at that for you guys so you can see what they've done. So we've got, a new American Standard furnace. You can see our full AC system up here. So despite its diminutive size, this house really has a little bit of everything. So I'm going to take you outside and I'm going to give you kind of a tour of the yard. We're on 6,100 square feet for our yard space. Your main point of access is outside this living room here, and it's actually more of a side yard in this home, which I think is kind of cool. We also have in this space here, in this closet, I'm going to see, we've got really a nice little storage closet that could be used here. We've got all of our extra paint. Get this shut. So one of the things I want to show you is just how big this yard space is. So I'm going to walk across to the corner because I think this is important. In an era when everything is high density and it's tiny, it's really important to take a look at just how big this space is. And of course, we've got our wide angle lens on here, but there's a lot of space. You could have a pool and entertaining space. You know, a pet peeve of mine is when a pool takes over an entire yard and it feels like it's crammed in there. We also have a fun little surprise in this house that I think is pretty cool. And that is, we've got this putting green area over here. So I think when you have a bigger yard like this and you've got all this space, it really does give you an opportunity to surprise and delight. And what I mean by surprise and delight is include like little features, like nothing has to be bare bones. And so when I look at a home like this, it's been remodeled, the bathrooms are done, the kitchen's done, all of those things are complete, like sort of the basics, right? It's been freshly painted, you have a new HVAC system, but what's left to do is really to kind of finish this home out and kind of develop some of the bespoke details. And I think that's really where a buyer is going to come in on this house. So if you're the kind of person that you're on a budget, this isn't a home, you don't have the $1.3 million, but you're young in your career, maybe you're earning more money later on. This is a home you can kind of grow into a little bit. There's plenty of space for an ADU in back. There's plenty of space to add like an office space. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give you some of my thoughts about this house and who this house is for and who it's not for. So, all right, If we're talking about a home like this home's priced at $925,000 for a single family detached home in a centrally located and honestly really nice looking neighborhood in Anaheim. I think people have been sleeping on some of these neighborhoods. I think people have forgotten about these neighborhoods, but they create a relatively short commute if you work inside of Orange County. It's a great centralized location. I think one of the other things people think about and forget about with homes like this is people are so focused oftentimes on the Cliff Mays and the name brand homes. And I think a home like this really gives you an opportunity to get your foot in the door of an actual mid-century modern ranch home. We've got full height glass, we have clear story windows, open beams, indoor outdoor living. We have all of those ingredients, but this is at a pretty reasonable price. I also want to give a shout out to the listing agent for this home who gave us permission to come in here and film today, Julie Valenzuela with Champions Real Estate. I really want to thank her. Of course, we would love to represent your interests as a buyer. And honestly, if you're a buyer and you're in the market for an architectural or a unique home, you really do want to work with an expert. We've made it our life's work to work on homes just like this and help people get into high style homes. And even if your budget is under $1 million, you don't have to settle for a boring stucco box. There are cool options out there, even in Orange County, and well under $1 million. Thanks so much for watching. Questions and comments, as always, we love them. And we can't wait to hear from you again real soon.